Right, guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about Grapple Kings 7. Grapple Kings 7 is going to be this Saturday, the 2nd of April. It's going to be in Portlaoise. Going to be Northern Ireland versus Southern Ireland. So, obviously, you're going to have some of the best grapplers across both sides of the border going to be on the card that night. Obviously, going to be headlined by the man, Owen Livesey, is going to be up against Kieran Davern. Now, main event was announced last night, co-main event was announced last night as well. Rosa Walsh versus Marie Kennedy. So I think we're going to be speaking to Rosa Walsh later on today. So yeah, obviously my tickets for this one, I believe there's still some available. So head over to the Grapple Kings Facebook page. It'll take you through to their ticketing site, and you'll be able to get the tickets directly from them, 30 and 40 euros, depending on where you're sitting. And it's also live on Flow Grappling as well. So anybody that's got the Flow Grappling subscription will be able to go on Saturday. Anybody that doesn't have it, then we all know about Flow Grappling, obviously how you pay for it, how the subscription goes. You need to pay for the full year. And so on and so on. So I think it's about 114 quid, something like that for the year. But it's an awesome site, Flow Grappling, and a lot of really, really good stuff on it. So obviously my next guest, he's going to be on the show that night, as I mentioned, in the main event. So it's going to be Owen Livesey. Owen is from Carlson Gracie Hull. Owen's been on an absolute tear. Pretty much since he started jiu-jitsu. So I call him the human highlight reel, because every time he goes in a fight, I mean, there's throws, and do you know what I mean? His top game's awesome and absolutely brilliant to watch. Definitely one of my favourite people. In fact, one of my favourite people, the fact that I've decided on this event, I'm actually flying over to Dublin, and I'm going to be staying overnight and stuff like that, just so I can come over and watch Owen on Grapple Kings. So yeah, listen, Owen's going to be up against a change of opponent, obviously a few changes, but he's going to be up against obviously one of the top grapplers coming out of Ireland at the moment, and Kieran Davern. So promises to be an unbelievable main event for anybody that's watching. So Owen, listen, always a pleasure to talk to you, buddy. We chat all the time, Owen.
Yeah, mate. So it's because I keep getting on these shows, mate.
You're definitely one of the more busier grapplers out there. I mean, as I said, you're on kind of all the top shows. You were on Polaris just there, Grapple Fest before it, and so on. Obviously, Grapple Kings now as well. So everybody wants you're the man in demand at the moment. Everybody wants you on the show.
Yeah, mate. I'm just enjoying it, mate. So
yeah.
Taking one show at a time, just trying to get the biggest and the hardest matches I can.
Yeah.
Just putting myself out there against the best people that I can get against, and seeing how it goes. It's going all right so far. So
yeah. Definitely. I mean, one thing as well, I mean, we talked about, certainly this show, I mean, obviously we've had people that have pulled out, people that have not been able to do it. So there was a few different opponents mentioned, but now we seem to be tied down to Kieran Davern. So obviously only a few days out, a couple of days out. So hopefully it'll be Kieran Davern on the night that you're going to be facing.
Yeah, mate, yeah. It should be. But I don't mind, mate. I literally... kind of everyone I fight tries to just grab my legs anyway, so it doesn't really matter who it is. And I've said it before, I only have one way of competing anyway, so it doesn't actually matter 1% who I'm against. I'm going to do the same thing, and it's either going to work or it's not. So
yeah. That's the thing. We love that, because I mean, anytime I've spoke to you, I mean, everybody knows your game plan. This is the thing, right? Everybody knows, and you don't hide it. You don't come in and say, "Oh, I'm going to do this," and then do something different. I mean, you go in there, and your main thing is, I'm taking somebody down, and I'm going to take somebody down in the most spectacular way possible. And then obviously we watch the compression chokes and stuff like that. So your game is, everybody knows what you're doing, but nobody's been able to stop it yet.
Yeah, it's just, mate, my game's as simple as it can come. It's just wrestle if I get a chance. If I take them down or they pull guard, then I'm just going to pressure pass until... My plan's just to absolutely maul them until they're exhausted, and then try and get a finish on the back of it.
Yeah.
if I get caught by something halfway through doing that, then fair play for them. If they can take the pressure that I'm going to bring, then that's off to them. But so far, it's been working a treat.
Yeah, nobody's been able to handle it so far. Do you know what I mean? It's been a joy to watch. As I said, I mean, I've seen you a couple of times now, a few times in fact, and then obviously I'm going to be flying over to Dublin. As soon as I knew you were going to be on the show, as soon as we found out, do you know what I mean? Straight away I went and booked the flight. I sent you the flight and like, I'm coming to Dublin, I'm coming to Portlaoise, purely just to watch you. As I said, because I mean, I love your style. I love your style of jiu-jitsu. Just that pressure, not just jiu-jitsu, but grappling in general. Just that pressure, and then obviously when you get on top, just pressure passing, and do you know what I mean? Just that's the kind of jiu-jitsu I love to watch.
Yeah, mate. I think it's just a very old school style. It's
Yeah.
I think a lot of people now have kind of gone with what's the latest trend.
Yeah.
Which is a normal thing to do, and like I try to keep up to date with what's being used and things to keep me jiu-jitsu pretty modern. But
yeah,
if you're just following the same trend as everyone else, it's like basically look. If I've just fought Freddie on the last one.
yeah,
If I was doing what everyone else was doing, but I wasn't doing it as well, then I'd just be a watered down version of someone else that he's probably training with every day of the week.
yeah, yeah.
So my plan's you just got to play to your strengths. It's like, and it ain't going to be everyone's cup of tea. Like, I'm pretty sure there'll be people out there saying, well, he ain't doing jiu-jitsu. I don't get like,
yeah.
you don't see it as jiu-jitsu, but your jiu-jitsu doesn't work against it, then it's your jiu-jitsu that is the problem. You know what I mean? It's playing to my strengths, and like I've said, if someone deals with it and finishes me off the back of it, then that's off to them. But if they can't, then that's their problem, not mine.
Yeah, nobody's done it yet. So, so it's that basic jiu-jitsu. I mean, people talk about, or not just basic jiu-jitsu, basic grappling and so on. And people always look at like Roger Gracie. Roger Gracie won 10 world titles just using basic jiu-jitsu. When everybody else was doing fancy stuff, everybody else is bearing bowling and doing all this kind of stuff. He just come in and he took you down, he passed and choked, and that was it. That's all he did. Won 10 world titles. So
I think the basics, mate, like you get into a tough match, you fight someone of a good level and it's a tough match.
Yeah.
And you hit that level of fatigue that you hit in them matches, only your basics are there. I mean, you can practice all the fancy stuff in the world, but the fact is when you're both in the middle and you're both pissing with sweat and you're both exhausted, if your basics are shit, you're going to get found out. So literally every day, my drills are so basic. Like I do the same drills as our blue belts do. When I do my sessions, my own training, the drills are literally what I've just taught on the beginners class. I do the same. I do the same as our white and blue belts in the club, but I do it a little bit better at the moment. So it's all really
always
basic.
love. Yeah, I mean, I love it as well. I mean, you put the videos up whenever you do a class or whenever you're showing a move. Obviously, you put it up on your stories on Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that, so everybody can see it. So, and I know people. I mean, you were up at the Lakes recently as well. Did a seminar up there, and I know people come up from all over the place. Just obviously get some knowledge off you, which was unbelievable as well. And I know you've got a seminar out in Ireland, which obviously we hear it should be quite busy as well. Obviously, again, people coming from all over, not just Southern Ireland, but Northern Ireland are travelling down to come and do the seminar with you as well. So people want to see and learn some of the stuff that you're doing.
It's good, mate, and I think like they will get quite a bit out of the seminars because it's like what I try and do with the seminars is obviously, as I've already said, all the stuff I do is actually very simple. Like there'll be very little that we'll do on a seminar that'll be mind blowing, and people will be like, "What the fuck just happened?" Which has happened to me on some seminars. I've been to some seminars and thought, "Fucking hell!" Like it took me 3 years to get used to that. Whereas literally half of the stuff that I use and show, they'd be able to hit it sparring that night. Some of them, it's that simple, and I think that's important as well for your average practitioner is that they get something that they can realistically bring into the game. I don't think seminars should be about coming and showing off your stuff and like look how good I am. At the end of the day, people are paying, so they deserve to get something out of it that they can actually realistically use. They definitely will get that out of mine, and then I roll with everyone as well, so they can feel it as well. So I kind of use seminars as a bit of training for myself as well. I teach, and I get some rounds in with everyone. So
definitely, and that's one thing. I mean, the stuff that you show, a 50-kilo person can do it, grappler can do it, or a 150-kilo grappler can do it. So it suits everybody. Whereas, as you mentioned, some seminars they come in and they're maybe showing a berimbolo, which will suit someone obviously in a lower weight bracket, but somebody in a higher weight bracket, you're not going to get a 150-kilo guy doing a berimbolo or inverting and doing all this fancy stuff. So,
no, 100%, mate. Like the stuff that I'll be showing it is for anyone. It's if you're a lighter person, I'll be showing good ways of making yourself feel 10 times heavier. If you're a big person, then you're going to feel very fucking heavy by the end of it. So a lot of simple takedowns and a lot of work on pressure and pressure on the feet and on the floor. How to actually, I think there's a lot of people who actually don't understand building pressure on the feet whatsoever. Half of my takedowns don't come because I've got phenomenal throws. It's the things in the middle that people don't see that I'm doing to build pressure, and the pressure gets reactions off people, and then reactions make the techniques very easy to enter. People just see a fireman's and they're like, how do you do the fireman's? And it's like, I can show you the fireman's, but if you're not getting the right reaction in between, then it's still not going to work. It don't matter how good your fireman's is. So getting that pressure and that timing down, and I put quite a lot of focus on that in my seminars.
We saw that as well in the Grapple Club instructionals, where obviously you would show moves, obviously your moves, and what you're doing is you're breaking down the moves, and you're not just showing, as you say, like a fireman's carry, but what you're doing is you're showing everything in the lead up to it and the build up to it, and all the kind of, they talk about minor adjustments and stuff like that, and you go through it all on your instructionals.
Yeah, mate, there's a lot in the takedowns. It's like, you do these instructionals, and a lot of instructionals are just like the technique. But if I just show you the technique, what I'm not showing you is the 100 problems that I've had with that technique over the last 10 years, and the 100 different counters and reactions I've had off it, and how if I do it this way, I'm definitely going to get hit with this off the back of it. And like you watch high level judo or higher level wrestling, there's so much that you don't see. People just see the takedown and like, oh, double leg, that was nice. Oh, it's a double leg.
Yeah.
But there's so much going on in the movement with the action reaction and how to actually off balance someone before the techniques are tight. The technique's just a finish. The technique just finished it. There's so much going on before you actually enter for that technique that probably more important than it's in the technique itself.
Definitely. Listen, anybody that's never been at an Owen seminar, then if you get one, even a distance away, because as I say, people are travelling down from Northern Ireland to Southern Ireland down to Portlaoise, which is about an hour outside Dublin. They're travelling down from Limavady and Belfast and stuff like that just to go, because Owen's on their side of the water. They're all travelling. So anybody that's never been at an Owen seminar, then definitely hit up a gym that's going to have them, because, or even if your coach is wanting Owen in, then definitely hit up Owen. Drop him a message and get him over, because as I say, he's definitely the man at the moment. And as I say, he's got a lot of great knowledge, a lot of great experience as well. That, I mean, he's 100% willing to pass on to people. So, and then you mentioned as well, but obviously the gym itself. So there's obviously quite a few things going on. I know some of the guys have been out competing already. Some are going to be SGI, which obviously we always love seeing at Carlson Gracie. Anytime a post goes up on that, it's always a show when Carlson Gracie turn up to SGI. So we've got a few guys coming up here as well. And then obviously Julie, I believe, is doing a women's only open mat, obviously on the 1st of May as well. I think she had one in March, beginning of March, so obviously doing the second one, and they were quite successful as well.
Yeah, Julia's coming back into it now, obviously after having our son, so Julia will be flying soon as well. She's training all the time again now.
Yeah.
Julia's really good. She's obviously just been out with pregnancy. She'll
Yeah.
be back soon, but the open match she's been doing it's been, the first one was spot on because obviously our background's judo. You had like my sisters and all the girls and all the women that my sisters live with and train with full time, because both my sisters are full-time judo athletes now.
Yeah.
So all the girls came up from that centre. So you had like regular practitioners with good level jiu-jitsu practitioners, and then you had like world and Olympic medalists in judo all on the same mat and all like passing that different knowledge around to each other, and made some interesting sparring. So I don't think for grappling for women you're going to get much more of a higher level mat than that anywhere, than that open mat that we'll be having at Carlson now. It's you get them
great
girls,
match.
you get them women training full time, and they're a different level, mate. They come in, they're absolute units. They live and breathe the sport. They have done for the last 10 years. They're training 3 times a day. They benefit people.
Do you think we should do, because obviously with Julia coming back, so Julia's going to be out competing at some point. Do you think we should have like a Polaris or even a Grapple Fest doing a Mr. and Mrs. match? Do you know what I mean? No, like a Mr. and Mrs. against, like Owen and Julia against another Mr. and Mrs. Do you know what I mean? So
you'll be up for it, mate, 100%.
that'd be awesome, because we see like the nations events, we see like team events and stuff like that. A Mr. and Mrs. event would be unbelievable.
Oh, mate, it'd go right fucking off that. We'll do that,
mate. So I can imagine Julia as well. I mean, obviously you and Julia, like you do a throw, and I can imagine Julia wants to be like, well, I'll do a better throw than Owen, or vice versa.
Angry, mate. I'm the calm one.
So there we go. Listen, the guys at Polaris, obviously, and Chris Thompson at Grapple Fest, Mr. and Mrs. matchups. Definitely, that's definitely something you need to get in the pipeline. So, and then obviously Grapple Kings 7. So obviously we know, Grapple Kings 7, you're going to be on it. Kieran Davern this Saturday. So I know you're going to be spending a couple of days over in Ireland as well, as we mentioned, doing a seminar and then obviously competing and stuff like that as well. So I say we're absolutely buzzing. I know that when I speak to everybody I've been speaking to, and they're all saying, like, what match are you looking forward to seeing? And we're looking to see Owen Livesey coming over and throwing somebody. So everybody in Ireland's buzzing to see you. And so yeah, they're all loving it. Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland. So, but wherever you go, man, you've got a big following. Do you know what I mean? People just love your style. They love watching you, and they love what you're going to bring. And I say, there's no bells and whistles with you. As you tell everybody, look, I'm coming to do this, and you come over and you do exactly what you're going to say. And as I think that's what people love watching about you. So are the guys, anybody coming over from Carlson's with you?
Jonah and Jay are going to come with us, mate. They'll come to the seminar with us, and then we're going to stay over then till, I think we only fly back Sunday night. We've got a late flight Sunday, so we'll be there Friday morning in Dublin. Spend a few hours in Dublin, probably get some breakfast and that, and then go over to, it's Team Rhino in
Portlaoise.
Yeah, so we'll be over there. Teach that seminar, train with everyone, do some rounds, back to the hotel, and then Saturday, Grapple Kings.
Nah, it's going to be a great day, great weekend for you as well. So, and then final thing for you then, Owen. Obviously, again, we speak all the time, so obviously we know the people that you're very, very thankful for. But yeah, anybody you want to shout out to, so friends, family members, teammates, or any sponsors that you may have.
My missus Julia, obviously she's doing all the real hard work with Tiago every single day. Tiago himself, because he's an absolute fucking unit already. And then the sponsors, mate. So obviously I've got Progress sorting me out on my training and competition gear. Hard Life Fightwear still helping me out with the competition and training gear for me and the club. Overdrive Nutrition. Harmon Coaching Systems doing my strength conditioning as they have been for the last couple of years. And then just my own strength and conditioning company that's starting up soon called Grapple Strong. So
Right.
that's on Instagram. So that's just going to be strength and conditioning specifically for grapplers.
Yeah.
I think that'll go and work pretty well because obviously I've been in this game a long time myself, and I understand that grapplers, and I know it's very important that grapplers do all the main work on the mat. So basically what we'll be offering is sessions that you can get the most out of for the littlest amount of time spent in the gym.
Yeah.
So obviously all your time spent on the mat, but then you're still getting exactly what you need in the gym, which is exactly how I'm training myself now.
Yeah.
On top of that, then you've got me 2 instructionals if anyone wants to get any wrestling or judo for jiu-jitsu. So you've got the Grapple Club one called No-Gi Judo.
Yeah.
And there's one on Jiu-Jitsu X, which I think might even have 50% off at the moment. That one's called Just Stand Up.
Yeah. Yeah. You are a busy man. I mean, obviously you were in San Diego, obviously a few weeks ago as well. You went over there, obviously done the instructional stuff, and then obviously you're going to be out in Poland in May, obviously doing the trials beginning of May as well.
Yeah, there's loads coming up, mate. It's the San Diego trip was mental. Like I went all the way to San Diego, got there at like 10 o'clock at night, filmed 10 a.m. Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Went to 10th Planet San Diego Saturday night. I was absolutely exhausted, but thought I'll get a session in. Went there and then flew back Sunday. So it was like I just felt like I was flying for 2.5 days. It's like the week before Grapple Fest as well, which wasn't ideal.
Yeah.
But yeah, mate, I've got Poland ADCC trials after Grapple Kings. That's 7th of May.
Yeah.
I've obviously got the match with Pixley.
Yeah.
Grapple Fest, which will probably be fucking carnage, to be honest, because like, genuinely we could both go through a fucking sponsor board on that one. Because
that's like Pixley's not pulling guard on you. There's no chance that he's pulling guard.
Like he's a top wrestler, so
yeah.
See me flying as well, though, mate. So I'm doing the catch wrestling, snake catch wrestling tournament after that.
Right.
And then the 25th of June's Polaris again, so it should be a big match in Polaris next time.
Yeah. Listen, whoever they put in front of you, do you know what I mean? I know you don't care. You don't care. As long as you've got someone, as long as that person doesn't pull guard, then even if they pull guard, it makes no difference to you. So, because you just pick them up. We saw it with Jack Brown. With Jack Brown pulled guard, and then you picked him up. I think it was near the end of the match, picked him up and threw him, and obviously the crowd went crazy. It was absolutely brilliant to watch. So I know you don't really care who it is, as long as someone's there to stand up with you.
Yeah, mate, I've been practicing my wrestling against Butterfly Guard for this Saturday.
Yeah.
See if I can get any wrestling going from the Butterfly Guard.
Yeah. Oh, man, it's going to be awesome. As I'm looking forward to. First time I've been over in Ireland, so and I say as soon as I saw you were on it, I was like, I'm coming. I'm definitely coming. So yeah, guys, there we go. We're going to have Owen Livesey, Carlson Gracie Hull up against Kieran Davern. That's going to be this Saturday, the 2nd of April. So tickets, make sure if you are getting tickets are available through the Grapple Kings Facebook page. And anybody that can't make the event, make sure you get yourself onto Flow Grappling. Either get the subscription if you don't have one. If you do have one, then fantastic. Make sure you're ready to watch it. When the event kicks off about 5 o'clock, we'll start off with the team event, so the Northern Ireland versus Southern Ireland, then move into the co-main event, and obviously the main event, Owen Livesey against Kieran Davern. So, Owen, listen, always a pleasure talking with you, buddy.
Thanks for having us, mate. It's good.
Devon, and listen, I'll see you Saturday. I'll be. I know that I think Andy Chapman's picked me up at the airport, and then we're going to head down. So listen, I'll definitely see you Saturday. But enjoy the rest of your week, buddy, and I'll see you soon. All right.
Yeah, mate. Are you staying over Saturday night?
Staying over. I stay over. I'm in the Radisson at the hotel. Sorry, at the airport. So I'm going to be. Yeah, I'll be there or there, but somewhere anyway. So I don't. What are you in Port? Are you staying in Port Leash or are you staying in Dublin?
I'm staying in Port Leash, mate. Yeah.
Aye. We'll figure something out. We've got a few beers. Do you know what I mean? We'll definitely get a catch up. All right.
All right, mate.
Nice one. Brilliant, buddy. Well, listen, thank you again, Owen, and I'll see you soon, all right?
All right, mate. See you soon, Paul.
Take it easy, buddy.
See you, bud.